get that second wind, just pump a fist against the floor and
jump up and do 78 damage. 2 swing.
Okay, so with haste, I know it gives you either an extra move action or an extra attack action on a full attack.
Don't you also get 30 extra feet?
Yep.
In a move,
It doubles your move speed.
In a move, so that means I can move 60 feet instead of 30.
Yeah.
My question is, would I be able to, with haste, step in and get my full attack action?
You should be able to. You're not far away from it, aren't you? 5 foot away?
You're within 5. You can 5-foot step, yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Second burst, same as the first. He's just going to rage in and try and swing twice more.
1v1 at IRL.
First one, 24. Second one, 27.
Yeah.
Top and bottom. And like before, 34 and 35.
Okay, so you're splitting the damage?
Yeah, he's gonna top and then bottom.
Okay, so one of them lives with 1 hit point, though nobody knows about it. Sunn!
Yeah, just the 3 that are in there going, ah!
Realizing that there's not 1 cure crit, but 2 cure crits. I'm gonna drink the other one.
Okay.
Be happy with myself.
Do you hold?
I like how Sunn's just out there getting tossed. It's just like,
No, yeah.
He needs it. Definitely needs it.
I am tired of being fucking
just
sub
slouch in the
half
throne.
HP.
Slouch in the throne and just keep hot hammering it back.
Deia!
Yeah. I wanna step into the doorway again and see if I can actually see these, or if the wheedle down and Klaus are still going.
I mean, this thing has cover. It definitely has cover.
yeah, Jerrod is definitely right on top of
Yeah.
And by the looks of my team, I don't really want to try and fire past them, because if I hit Jerrod, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna die anyways, so I'm just gonna...
Hey, you don't know my life.
Have a conversation with Sunn
Okay,
right here.
sounds good. With 1 hit point... Oh, man. I've been looking at these spells now for a minute.
Just deciding which one will kill us harder.
Alright. Jerrod, I need you to give me a will save.
No. Tell me his. Oh wait, no.
We don't get attacks of opportunity for him casting?
Did my wisdom go down? I don't think my wisdom went down.
Let me see if you guys actually get the attack of op on this.
Your wisdom went down when you drank the potion. If you drink that.
Yeah, your wisdom went down by 4.
Oh, right. So I need to go ahead and make sure that I have that. Jot it down.
It's invisible. Let's see. So you're not going to be able to get one Pathos, but Jerrod might be able to.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Spell first encountered at a time. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay, you do.
basically-
You do get an attack of op.
Yeah, because I doubt it's going to move.
You do get an attack of opportunity.
Or cast defense.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Oh, alright, so...
you're going to hit.
Yeah! I mean, we don't even need to really do the crit
No.
table, do we?
It literally has 1 hit point left.
Yeah, so basically he just, anime style, BAM! Sideswipes it with the sword.
I mean, its spells are still going to go off. Give me damage though, because I need to know, because it's gonna have to make a save.
Oh joy!
Yeah, the damage while casting thing. It has to make a concentration check, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Jesus
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Christ. Do a lot of damage.
27.
Okay, so it's got to be 10 plus damage taken. So I have to roll a 37. Oh
Can
fuck!
you even do that?
Yeah, I can.
No, don't do that.
Watch him nat 20
The
it.
the funny thing is his it's plus 27,
Gross.
but he failed.
Hey.
He failed
Nice.
By just that much.
by
God
just
bless.
that much. Just 3. Combat is gonna come to an end right there, just like that. Them's the breaks in these kind of fights.
After the combat, Pathos is going to drop to a knee. Because force damage doesn't leave cuts, right? It's...
No, it does not.
Yeah, so
No, force
yeah,
damage
Pathos,
is like getting walloped.
Yeah, there's no wounds showing on him, but yeah, he don't look good.
So you want to know what was gonna happen if he had passed that?
What's that?
He would have cast Dominate.
Yep.
He would have healed you, and then he would have cast Veil on everyone, making them all look like him.
Oh, that would have been a TPK.
That
Well,
was not
well,
fun.
It wouldn't have been a
just kept shooting
TPK, but
into
you
the doorway
probably
until you were all
You
dead.
take out at least 2 of us.
you probably
At
would have
least.
killed one of us because I do have protection from evil, so I could technically dispel the fucking dominate,
Until
but
you
not before you
fucking-
kill somebody.
Yeah.
Wait,
until
isn't-
it cuts off your head?
Dominate's 3rd level, though, isn't it?
Protection from evil is not. the
No,
same
but
as-
your lesser
Oh,
invulnerability.
He also
So-
stepped out of
Let me
the
let me
bubble.
find out. Dominate might be.
Didn't he step out of the bubble?
I don't think
to,
it is.
No, we're
No,
still in
I'm
it.
still within the 10 feet.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
10
mind.
feet is as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. he
Shit, I'm
would've
looking
been
at the wrong thing.
inside of
Let's
it.
take a look. Dominate. Dominate.
God, that
Nope.
reminds me of
No,
a.
it's not. It's 5th.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Thank your lucky stars. But yeah, now Jerrod's going to turn, look at Klaus with a lightning char on the front and back of his armor, point his sword at Pathos. Tell me that wasn't planned!
Considering he was also a target, I don't believe that one was planned, no. He may have avoided it, but I don't think he planned to put himself in the way of 4 lightning bolts in a row.
Merry Christmas.
I realize your mental faculties might be a little fried at this point, but come now.
Hey, Jay Dennehy, thank you so much for the sub, brother. I appreciate that. You are officially a Bubscriber. Welcome to the Bub Club, boss. Guys, can we get some love in chat for Jay Dennehy?
would one of you by chance happen to have a healing tonic of sorts?
At this point, Sunn would probably walk in the room and casually drop one into his hands.
I'm going to be going over my armor trying to get the scorch marks out of my vest.
Hold on.
What
Jerrod's
kind
going
of
to sit on the edge
potion
of
is
the
it?
bed
I got you. Hold on.
and just like fold his arms over the guard, just kind of like sit there with his head against it,
19.
because he hurts everywhere.
So, remaining in this room, as you've stepped in, Sunn, to kind of look over your allies, bones lie scattered everywhere. The room smells sickeningly so of arcane energy. You get this almost sense, right? It's not like a smell like, oh god, what is that? Like, who farted? It's not like that. This is like some bad juju went down on in here. Okay, something really horrible happened, and you can see it, man. Your allies are in bad shape. Even Pathos is looking rough.
Just why I would have walked in. I dropped a cure mod into his hands and assuming he drank it.
By now the sickening effect would have dissipated, right?
Yes, it would have.
All right. I'm kind of like holding on to his eyes because I would assume like the way I'm seeing it, since his detect magic was still on, that sickening portion was essentially like fucking up his like vision and making him like dizzy. So he'll like start blinking rapidly again, and he'll kind of look around. Well, couldn't have done that any better myself. That's good. That's good. All right. What do we have? We have a chest. We have more dead.
I've got scorch marks.
Yeah, everyone does.
Point to the giant lightning marks across the body.
They dirtied my tunic.
Looking at the chest, is it magically enchanted with anything? Does it look deadly?
I'm assuming that you cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, I reactivate it.
You can't actually tell if it's magically trapped or not because there are many magical items inside of the chest. It seems to be a veritable trove. When you turn back to speak to your allies, or at least tell them of it, a quick glance in your periphery, you can see on the ground those tablets, the constructs that these skeletons were holding in their lower hands. Those are incredibly magical as well.
Okay. Oh shit, we hit the jackpot. Oh.
Pathos
Jared's just
Okay.
I'm freaking excited!
His legs quiver a little bit.
and Jared's just like sitting there twitching, the involuntary muscle spasms of having 4,000 or 5,000 jewels shoved through his ass.
That's a lot of guild funds. The plates on the floor, slide them over here. And Pathos is gonna take his back and lean it against the wall right here.
Okay.
But he'll have he'll signal for him to bring the plates over, so that way he can have sit the plates in between his legs, so that way he can kind of see what he's looking at with all of them.
Pathos, placing your back to the wall, you bump into one of the golden baboon masks. It falls to the floor. It clinks with an unnatural sound, not unlike the sound of blades clashing into each other, but a bit of a rarer metal.
He'll as it drops and clanks, he'll reach over and he'll with his fingers in the eye sockets kind of look at it, and he'll turn it over. And
when you turn it over, you see that it actually sustained some damage when falling. This metal is incredibly soft.
Can I do an appraise check to see what kind of metal I'm looking at?
You can try.
It's gold.
$19.
It's golden, definitely. More so than just in color. This is a very high quality gold. It's frail. Could easily be shaped into another object. Would likely be worth quite a bit of money. That being said, you know that it is a reference to a demonic creature.
Would I know what that demonic creature is, given my background?
Well, I would think at least two of the people here would have an idea about it, considering this is the same style of baboon mask that was found in Tyget's shop. Jerrod and Klaus,
very ornate
that's
mask.
in reference to you.
Oh yeah, I know that. Jared's just not paying any attention. Right now, he's just doing his best to not sick up. Poor Jerrod is at the absolute end of his tether.
I want to pick up one of the color discs and take a closer look at it. There was more than one, right?
There are 4 of them, actually, one for each spellweaver.
I'd just pick one, the nearest one up, look at it.
Alright, it seems to have a pattern that breaks off at the edge in 2 spots. Like it's a perfect circular disc, about 3 inches in size. It looks to be made of a bit more of a raw material, something that's not It's not as high of a quality as the hegemonic plate that you have, but it's of some raw ore that has been crudely shaped. It definitely still has a pattern, though, that's been weaved into it. You see that all of the others have similar patterns.
Could I tell if they would fit together? 'Cause you said that it had the two sides that were open, right?
Yes.
I'd go and gather them all together, and Pathos, you look at the loot. I'll look at these.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick them all up
Give me
and
just a second.
check them out.
Where are you taking them?
I'd probably just step into the other room over here
Okay.
to analyze them so that I'm not in the way of everyone else.
Okay. You take all 4 discs into the opposite room. You begin to scatter them. How do you align them?
Is there 2 openings on each one?
Yes, there is.
I put the openings together.
Okay.
In no
You see that
particular
there are... So, one end is a bit more like almond-shaped. It has a bit of an almond shape to it, and there are 2 smaller circles in it that are very close to each other with some tepid lines. On one of them, it looks to be some kind of series of horns. Another seems to have the exact same style of horns, but in the opposite direction. And the last of the patterns seems to fit where it looks sort of like the top of a circle, like the top half of a sphere, that has 2 smaller spheres that are evenly spaced apart.
Okay, I'd match the horns together and then match the other 2 that were evenly spaced apart.
Okay.
See if I can fit them together into some kind of puzzle.
When you place the horns together, nothing seems to happen. There is no immediate effect. But as you place the other 2 together, you definitely believe that they do belong in this pattern. It looks to form some kind of a face.
Is there any way I can rotate the horns so that they're like the same? You said there was a series of horns, right? Can
Yes.
I see that they're 2 of the same ones are together, or are they all? Does it work
So,
like that?
when you've got them side by side, they look like the same exact image, but it's been mirrored.
And it looks like a face. Can I just put the horns up top where I figure horns would go on a head?
Sure, yeah, that's totally fine. When you begin to do this, these plates, they come together. These what did I call them?
Discs.
Hegemonic?
No, they're not hegemonic.
Chromatic.
The chromatic discs, thank you. The chromatic discs, as they are assembled, they appear to form that of a head with horns. When you begin to glance over them, trying to make out the shape, you're kind of tracing it with your fingers. It looks almost like a crown of fire begins to illuminate over the discs.
Oh, no.
Can I pick it up and have it stay in the same orientation? Or if I pick it up, do I ruin the...
It's not like it's hovering over the discs, right? Like, it looks almost as if it's dawned around the head itself. Like, the crown is glowing off of the plates itself.
I kind of just want to pick it up and go back in and say, hey guys, I did a thing.
Okay, so you pick up all the plates, or do you leave them and call your allies out there?
Yeah, I'd leave them here because I wouldn't want to have to remake it again.
Sure.
While that's going on, I would have started trying to open the chest with some work on it.
Okay.
Making sure that if there's any like runes as I'm like slowly trying to like make my way to open the lock, that I'm not actually triggering runes because of all the magic that's I guess popping off on the inside.
Sure, that's fine. Deia, who are you going to rouse to this plate?
Since
discs.
Klaus is nearest in the hallway, I'd probably just call to him. Well, I'll turn back and say, Klaus, come for a second.
Come
hither.
What's this?
Danny Jonesy hitting us with a raid, a party of 10. Thank you so much. Danny, what's going on, man? Guys, can we get some love in the chat for Dan himself and a shout out for Danny Jonesy, please? Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate that, brother.
I was hoping you would know what this was.
Frankly, I can't quite make heads or tails of it. I'll take a closer look at it, but I don't know what that will gain me. Do you want a perception for that, Bub? Or?
Well, you can see this crown of flame that has erupted over the surface of this series of chromatic discs.
Not the weirdest thing I've seen today, but yeah.
True, very true. As this has happened, you get the sense that it's colluding to something else. There's something else here, but it's more than what is before your own eyes. Like, there's something else, mostly for certain here. But it's beyond your current field of vision.
So it's definitely more like a piece to a puzzle than the entire thing.
Accurate.
I really cannot decipher it as it is now, but for some reason I get a feeling that there's more to this. This isn't the only thing we need to find.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold on to them, and when we find what we need to, I can reorganize them.
That seems like the best course of action.
I'm just gonna pick them up and stow them away until I need to bring them out again.
Okay, they're about 12 pounds apiece.
Jesus.
That's not light.
No, they're not. But they are arcane focuses. Pathos.
Yes.
You're not sure if it's magically trapped.
Alright, well, I'll go through the normal routine just to make sure that I'm not setting anything off. So
Okay.
I'll do disable device just in case.
All right.
And that's also to make sure that it's
Well, you
not locked.
need to be able to determine if there is a trap before disable device will work. If you just try to use disable device to unlock the
I get what you're
chest,
saying. It doesn't make sense to say that I'm gonna attempt to take something off that I don't even know is there. I get what you're saying.
correct.
So then this will just be to try to unlock the chest then.
Okay,
Yeah. 27?
it's very good. It is not quite a mundane lock, but your skill, your deft skill, is more so than what these hags were even thinking about. So you manage to undo the lock on this chest. You hear a tick, a click, and then the lock undoes itself.
Alright. Okay.
Can I get a perception, please, from Sunn and from Jerrod? Okay.
I see nothing.
Sunn, being a man of medicine, your attention to detail is incredibly important. It's apt for you to determine when someone is injured or ill and what could have possibly done this. So your eye is trained to find stitches, rips, sores, to identify things of this nature. Something about these baboon heads, these masks, if you will, is off-putting to you. There is a single iron rivet that has been driven into the wall to mount this baboon mask. Beautiful in nature, though seemingly not the most ideal way to do that. Your eye catches a line drafted across the stone wall.
You're muted.
No, I know. I'm thinking. So I'm trying to get away. Go. So there's the nail that the mask is hanging on, correct? And then it runs along a line on the wall, or the line is opposite of it?
It runs horizontal to the iron rivet in the wall itself.
So it's basically like a solid line, and then the rivet's like in the middle of it.
Yes, but to the untrained eye, they would not be able to naturally see this.
Yeah. Can I trace the line with my fingers?
You can.
I'm gonna get up to it. Is there anyone who's still in the room with me?
Aside
Everyone.
from me and Pathos?
Yes, everyone that you see in the room is there.
Yeah,
it's
so-
on the wall that's nearest Pathos at the moment.
So this one?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start tracing with my hand. I'm gonna say, Pathos, do you see this? And he's gonna trace along the entire line with his hand.
No, I'm trying to open this that you just requested. If you'd give me a moment.
Sunn, you follow the line in the stone, draws to the next golden mask.
He's what if because were there 3 golden masks, right?
4.
Is there 4? And the one that fell down.
Excuse
did you
me,
ever put it back
5.
up?
There are 5 masks.
5?
And no, you did not.
No. Does the line go through all the masks at this point? Like,
It does. But it stops at the last mask.
Pathos, if you could hold off on that. I know we said it's very important, and it's. Take a look at this. These masks, they all fall on this one line.
Very well. And he kind of lifts himself up using his knee as like support to kind of lift up, get his back straight, and then he'll look along the line of the wall. Given the design of it, would it look like it's a secret door of some sort?
You think that it might be something like that, but until you can see anything in addition, you may not know for sure.
Alright, kind of following the line, like you said, to seeing where the last one stops. I'll start to examine it. Does it look like it's like a pulley or anything like that? Does it look out of place compared to the other ones?
To what exactly?
The mask, does it look like it's...
None of the masks
like it's
appear
like-
to be out of place. They appear to be almost... It's odd because they look like they're perfectly taken care of. And compared to some of the other features in the room, such as the loom or the top of the headboard, those have a bit of a fine dusting over the top of them. But when you look at these masks, they
They're
are
like
very, very well polished. They're treated with the utmost respect and care.
Looking at the last one, I'll lift it up then.
Pick it up
And then I'll take a closer look. But I want to make sure that I'm not like lifting up like a trigger system.
Sure, when you slowly remove the mask from the wall, you see another one of these iron flanks that have been riveted into the wall itself.
Given these rivets, does it look like there's something unique about them? Like, is there like a indent going into the other side that looks like it might reach further back, or does it look like it might be something you can actually like push in or even pull out?
Potentially, but you only see 2 of them at the moment. The first where the mask had fallen, and the last where you had just removed it.
All right. I'll like neatly put the mask on the bed, the center bed, and
Okay.
I'll start taking my time with the other mask as well. Start
Sure.
lining them up the exact same way that they were on the wall.
As you begin to remove them from the wall itself, the middle mask has a very different kind of rivet. This does not appear to be a flank of iron. This instead looks to be some kind of iron hook.
Yank it.
Do the masks themselves all look different, or are they all the same?
They're all the same.
That being the case, I'll put... I'll see if I can pull down the hook to see if it budges.
Sure. As you reach out to pull on the hook itself, it does not seem to pull down.
Does it pull outward, or...
Sure. When you begin to pull outward itself, it looks as if It begins to pull out away from the wall itself, about 3 or 4 inches, and then you hear a deep knock. It's a deep tonal sound in the wall itself. And as this happens, the remaining rivets in the wall itself begins to slide down. It reveals a secret compartment. It looks to be some kind of compound, a dresser of sorts. Inside, dancing lights hover over a covey of small chests, and it looks to be something draped in the back. Something covered. Very long. Very long.
I'll kind of have my rapier drawn still, and I'll walk up over to the drape, and I'll slowly start to remove it.
When you begin to remove the drape over the rear object in the back of this shelf of sorts, at first, a covey of light seems to erupt from this device. But as you remove the drape itself, the light seems to dim down, and before you is a staff. A quarterstaff.
When
Would
I was
it-
on my way back when I see this.
Would it be the staff that I seen in the stone artwork and the chisel?
Yes, it is.
I'll look over to Jerrod. Get Klaus in here now.
Still like to believe he's twitching on the floor.
As I turn to see it, I'm just gonna stare at it and cover my mouth and say, Alakast.
No, it's alabaster.
No, not him. The other one.
I'll look over to see. Is Klaus coming into the room, or is he still out?
I'd be following Deia in, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'll take a step back, and then I'll kind of put my hand guiding him forward towards what I unveiled.
So in cartoons, when they smell something really tasty, like a fresh pie that's been set out on the windowsill, and they straight up lift off the ground and they bend and unravel,
Yeah.
hearts in their eyes, they're floating
And
towards
they-
it. Yeah, that's me towards this staff right now. Gonna kind of slowly inch my way forward towards it.
It's like the boy's going through puberty again.
Look, man, this is the second staff I've seen that's made me do this.
gross.
Well, we try not to talk about your uncle too much around you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Instead of leaving, can I just kick him this time?
Klaus, as you arrive into the room itself and you see Pathos attempting to guide you, you look on almost in confusion as everyone seems to be stuck in a state of awe. As you look into this small shelf that has been embedded, or at least hidden into the wall itself, you see the dancing lights. And the moment that your eyes catch the quarterstaff, it begins to lift from its place that it has rested for a few hundred years, and it glides over to your hand. You grip onto it tightly. Even without you calling to it, it still recalls Surabar's body. Nothing has felt more natural. Alakast remembers you. While you may not remember Alakast, your body does.
This feels right somehow.
Well, I'm glad you've found what you've been seeking, Master Klaus. Congratulations on retrieving Alakast.
Just golf claps.
Now, for your rewards, gentlemen, and Pathos will kind of take a step back and he'll kick open the chest, the top portion of it.
Okay. When you kick open the lid of the chest, you reveal a series of things that can potentially aid you. Or maybe not.
W-2 forms.
Yeah, no
401k. Pension.
The chest contains a large purse, variety of silverware such as jugs, plates, and bowls, a golden armband, a series of wizard scrolls, a necklace, 6 potions, and a light mace.
Potions,
Well,
you say?
you know which one catches Jerrod's eye.
No, bad Jerrod.
Mace catches you in the eye.
Yeah,
Pathos,
he'd look at Sunn and just be like, okay, you can look at the potions first.
Pathos puts his hand out. I'm implored by you, so you have first go of the loot. Whatever you feel is left over, if there is anything left over, will go to me. And he steps aside and he just waits for them to go through it.
Okay.
So first things first, Bub, can I try to identify the potions?
No.
You can try.
Okay, what knowledge do you want, or what check in general would you like?
Well,
I
the
got a lot
one
of them.
interesting thing about potions in my world is they're all roughly the same color.
Mm-hmm.
These potions are that same color.
Are they green?
They are.
Oh. so
Though
they're
they
helpful.
seem to vary in intensity.
Can I discern which ones are which?
You
Yeah.
could particularly, but the others would probably struggle as such.
I'm like, this one looks like Goosebump Ooze, and you got Nickelodeon Gak right here, so...
God damn it.
Sunn, with a quick taste test, you realize that 2 of them, the most intense, are cure serious wounds. 4 of them are cure moderate.
Fantastic. I would turn to the group and say, these potions will mend our wounds, which will be nice because I'm fresh out at this point. And he's going to take the 2 cure serious, put them on his bandolier, and he's going to hand the next 4 cure mods to Jerrod.
As you
and
can
he-
imagine, he's going to just
when-
tip one right back.
When he hands them to, he says, now I need you to put the rest of these in your bag after you're done drinking them. Understand? And he's gonna stare him in the eyes, like he's giving him an intervention.
I feel almost like this is a point where I would even call for a will save as to whether or not Jerrod's going to follow directions or just be like, no, addiction, bump, 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 and just like tip all 3 at once or 4.
I like Panic's idea. You taste it and you spread a penis from your forehead. Doink.
But no, he is going to go ahead and just like chug one down, and yeah, he'll go to put him in his bag. So that's
Then
4
you'll-
total.
then you'll see the rest of them then.
Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna. Let's see.
That gives you
Cure
like what, 10
mods.
cure mods?
Yeah, that puts me at 10 pure mods.
Gross.
Jerrod,
Jesus Christ.
you'll see in your backpack the array of potions. It would probably befuddle you in all of its entirety.
No, he's basically just gonna see all these potion pots in there, and he's gonna dig through them and make sure they're all green, and then he's just.
Wake
I'm
up,
just
drank.
gonna kind of look away from him because I'm a bit disgusted by what's going on right now.
Looking up the... kind of going back, Pathos kind of takes like a step forward and kind of leans into like looking over the chest. The mace, does it look like extremely ornate in any particular way?
It does.
Master Sunn, I couldn't help but notice you partake of a weapon similar to that.
He's gonna look down at his mace and go, yeah, I do, but it's more of a backup in case.
Ah,
Do you use a mace, a morning star?
I do use a morning star.
Okay, this is a light mace. It's significantly smaller.
It's
This is like a it's like a ball peen hammer.
but it looks nice, and that's important.
Pathos
Yeah, no,
will,
it's a badass ball peen hammer.
will
It's a grown
pick
ball
it up,
thing.
and he'll look over to Deia, then Jerrod and Klaus. Any of you?
Can you tell what kind of magic is on it?
Sun's gonna raise his hand. I can try.
Here you go. And he'll hold it out for him to identify.
Knowledge Arcana, bub?
Give me a spellcraft.
Okay.
He's all, you die. You die because you don't know what you're looking at.
Do I
It's
know?
uranium.
Item gets
Okay.
scattered. You suffer a concussion.
It's actually your uranium rod, and it's active.
Staring into a uranium rod.
26.
That's pretty good. For what you can immediately identify, this functions as a +2 light mace.
I will say those exact words aloud. This is a +2 mace.
Using detect magic, can I see? I guess turning away from the chest at this point, can I see the arcane school that it might fall under?
Yeah. In your current spectrum, you're trained to identify schools based on their aura or their color, and this is a school of enchantment. Enchantment.
Sunn will actually say, this weapon seems deceptively strong. It might look small, but it packs a punch, that's for sure.
Question is any of you going to be willing to use it? I have no problem holding on to this weapon, but I feel that one of you should be a little more armed than you are now. Especially you, Lady Deia.
I'll look down at my short sword and then pick it off my belt and drop it, and then hold my hand open to.
Yeah, Deia's just like, fuck that trash. Give me.
I'll hand her the Morning Star then.
Okay.
I guess going back into the chest at this point, since no one's really kind of going at it, I'll take the bracers out.
It's not bracers, it's a golden armband.
Then I'll take out the armband.
Okay.
Any enchantment school on this one?
Nothing that looks like that. It's quite an ornate craft, but it's not magical.
Alrighty. Other than that, it was just like gems and stuff, right? Like a sack of whatever. There was a sack inside of it.
When you open the large purse, it contains 230 gold pieces. There appears to be the wizard scrolls, 3 of them, and the necklace is magical.
Alright, I'll hand the scrolls off to
It's in your spell basin.
to Klaus, and then taking a look at the necklace, I'll see what enchantment it falls under, or what school.
Can I
Evocation.
peer over his shoulder and do the same thing?
Evocation. This one's actually fairly ideal and easy to determine what it actually is. It's on a silver choker, and it has 1, 2, 3 flaming spheres attached to it.
Oh, it's the fireball necklace.
It's a fireball choker. I really hope this one goes to someone like Sunn, where he gets a nice choker to wear.
Yeah, you just like throw it on and then just kind of moan out, Daddy.
I lied. I don't want him to have it anymore.
No, apparently Deia gets it.
So he'll put up the necklace, or the choker in this case, to the group, and he'll kind of just wait for someone to grab it, or
Sunn will
Yeah,
raise his
Jerrod's
hand.
just gonna shy away seeing those orbs.
Okay.
Sunn will raise his hand and go, I wouldn't mind taking that one for self-defense.
here you go, and he'll toss it to him.
And he'll put it on. So it's 3 fireballs?
Yes, one of the fireballs seems to be a bit larger than the others.
Yeah, the bigger boom.
Yes.
Funnily enough, it also has a property that it tightens every time you ask a question. So good luck.
Yeah, it sounds about fucking right.
After that, we've already gotten rid of the scrolls. We've got the choker. We handed off the mace, and now we have the gems left, right? And then the armband.
I
But
believe
that's
there are also-
I take the armband off of you, knowing it's not magical. I just kind of put it on and check it out, because I'm more interested in fashion than I am in utility at this point.
all right. So yeah, I'll hand it off to her.
And
Go ahead.
on the shelf where the staff was, didn't Bub say that there were further chests? Like 3?
Yeah, but I haven't went through those yet.
Okay.
So I guess at this point, Pathos will kind of just look around and give a nod. Everyone in accord with their share. Master
I'm okay.
Stellering.
I'll take the gold.
I'm-
if you're
He'll-
talking shares, I'll take all the gold.
He closes up the sack and he tosses it over to him.
Okay.
And,
And
then
that goes in the bag with everything else.
with that, he just closes the chest because none of it's really practical to take with him at this point.
I mean, you're right, but remember, there are still 12 pieces of assorted silverware, which is jugs, plates, and bowls. You know that they're made of the finest
Gold and
quality
silver.
silver.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, but I mean, unless we clear out this place, I don't want to carry something like that with me. You know what I mean?
Okay,
That's a lot of.
that's fair.
It's a lot of weight, and yeah, it's not
should
practical.
We
With the
should
3
set-
chests, I'm gonna pull those off the shelves if I'm able to.
Sure.
And then I'll put them on the center bed, and then if they're locked, I'll try to open them up.
Okay, one of them is... Okay, excuse me. 2 of them are like long chests. As in, they look like there's some kind of a box or a keep for, for a necklace.
Okay.
One of them seems to be a bit of a smaller chest. These would fit in the hand of a person.
All right. Oh,
So they're
then
like
I can just
jewelry
pull-
boxes.
Okay.
Sort of like jewelry
so,
boxes, sort of.
If that's the case, then I'll same thing. Put them on the bed, but then I'll put my thieving tools next to me, and I'll start working on the locks if there's anything on them like
There
that.
are no
so
locks.
that way I
This is
can go.
remember,
Alright.
this was supposed to be a place that was not found by commoners, let alone adventurers.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll open them up then.
Sure. Which one do you
Um,
open up first?
The long box, the necklace.
Okay. As you open the first box, you immediately feel heat bluster out from the box itself.
Fireball.
He'll kind of like kind of turn his
And
face away from it. Whoa, that's what is this?
The inside of the
spicy
box
meat
itself
ball.
has been charred. It seems to have this almost strange sap or syrup that has painted the inside despite its char. There is a single 8-inch feather of flame.
A phoenix feather?
Phoenix down! Hell yeah, we did it, boys.
Holy shit. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly pick it up from the very end of the quill. Is that the correct term?
Give me a dex check.
Oh boy. Oh, fuck it up.
Ho ho ho, who's this?
Hey, Tweet, thank you so
34?
much for that
Oh my
host,
God.
brother. I appreciate it. As you very eloquently pick it up by the end of its quill, where the barb would attach to the bird itself, you're going to take 5 points of lethal damage as it immediately begins searing the print off of the tips of your fingers.
Oh, I will drop it then.
Okay, you drop it back into its box. It continues to char.
But
And
the box
create
itself
sap.
is not
It is not.
burning, correct? Okay,
Correct.
so I will close that back up. Okay, well, this... I'm sorry, my mind went blank. My vision went literally platinum for a second. Oh, okay.
I'm assuming
well,
whatever it is, expensive and rare.
what I found the only time I've ever seen was what my matron kept as a pet, if you could call what drow women keep as pets, but that's all I can say. Okay, next one. Okay, next box. And he'll take one of the other smaller boxes, and he'll open one of those.
Okay, so we have the long box, and then there's the short, stumpy box.
I'll take the short, stumpy box.
Sure. When you open the short and stumpy box, there appears to be a small, almost velour bag inside.
He'll pick up the bag and he'll open it.
It weighs about a pound. Inside is diamond dust.
Velour.
Is it Louis Velour?
Holy shit.
We getting some magical components, boys.
Yeah.
You know what this is, too? This is shit for reincarnation. By the way.
And then there was a third box, right?
Yes.
I will open the third box.
When you open the third box, it reveals to you a wand. This wand is roughly the same color of the hags that have just fled from you.
What's the magic aura that it's giving off?
Let's find out.
It's gonna be
This time on Pawn Stars.
Necromancy.
Transmutation.
At this point, Sunn's gonna tap on your shoulder as that expert that you know. Who you're gonna have to talk to.
Aye, what's up?
I'm gonna try to figure out what that one do. Bub,
Try and figure out
spellcraft?
what that wand do.
Yeah.
You can try.
Okay.
It's not resurrection.
Why do I keep rolling so low tonight? I'm
20?
upset.
It's not
I
enough.
rolled 3.
You're not sure.
Yeah.
You could just try it.
That sounds like an awful idea.
Pathos will pick up the wand. I don't get to use magic often, but if you're willing to trust me with such an instrument, unless Master Skellerang or Lady Deia or Master Klaus would prefer to use it, then, as I said before, you all get your share first before myself. Those are my rules.
And Jerrod's just going to kind of thumb to himself. Dumb fighter, no magic.
I don't see a problem with it. And he's gonna, as he says that, he's gonna look at Pathos like up and down. Still not quite sure if it's the real Pathos.
Klaus straight up is not paying attention to any of them. He'll hear his name and perk up for a moment. And,
Is he reading the scrolls?
yes, that's
Oh,
fine.
he's still stroking his
Go on
staff. That's what it is.
I'm-
It is Valentine's Day
I
after
am
all.
intently focused on the staff, and I want to know how to work it, what it does for me, so on and so forth.
I was going to say that I'd be interested in Alakaz, but now that Jerrod's put it the way he has, I don't want to be anymore. But
Who can blame you, really?
So Pathos,
Yeah.
nonetheless, I would still be interested in the highly magical, holy weapon that he had.
do you try to use the wand?
Yeah, but not in this room though. I'll look to the group. I'll pocket the feather and the diamond dust.
Jerrod's going to reach over to that stack of masks, put them in one another, and then start just rolling and crumpling them into a wad.
Okay.
in
All right.
his bag.
Give me a
Jerrod.
strength check. It's not hard, but I would like to see a strength check.
I'm assuming that the magic wore off by now.
No, I'll give it to you for a round.
Oh,
But it's-
son of...
As soon as you do this, it will wear off.
Sure.
That one.
Sure, Jerrod, you will succeed in bending the masks.
Yeah. I mean, he's just basically wadding them up and putting them in his bag.
Sure, I got you.
How much weight-wise would that gold be at that point?
We'll say that they're about 2.5 pounds apiece. So around
So 5 masks, that's...
12.5.
$27 million.
12.5. 12.5.
$12.5 million.
I'll take 200 for 50, Alex.
Pathos. Christ.
So, as I was going to ask, so I know the School of Magic, and in this sense, regardless of what the wand does, the spell's already been preset, so whether or not
Correct.
it's going to target someone or it's going to activate on myself, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's all I
And
needed.
how much gold was there? I mean, how much was in that sack?
It was like 200 and something.
All right, I will channel some arcane energy within myself, and I will cast from the wand at the
Okay.
wall, preferably.
Give me a use magic device.
$28.
Oh god damn. Yeah, that's You got it. That's
You
good.
did the thing.
What's your target?
I mean, that's what I was asking. Is the spell preset to shoot out, like regardless of what I cast, or is it I have to choose a target prior to
You have to choose a target prior.
Okay.
Gotta
I guess
do
myself.
just,
I
Jerrod,
guess
just to be
myself.
shit.
Then.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
You target yourself. Very good. All right. Roll for me a d12.
12.
Okay. Let's see what it says here.
Wubbajack, Wubbajack, Wubbajack.
He becomes a senator.
Cheese for everybody.
You turn into a pile of money.
Interesting. Wow. Really? That's a. Let's see if that's right.
Bubs, all this game's fucking stupid. He just logs off.
It's fucking stream.
Well, dude,
Okay.
you're running it.
The moment that you begin to cast, you see your fingers begin to twist and contort around the wand itself. They begin to lose the knuckle digit, and they begin to swiftly turn into some kind of pulsing
I've seen this anime
insectoid
before.
hand. Your body begins to twist against its own will. I need you to make me a fortitude save.
Oh boy.
You're turning into a were-ant.
This is pretty high for the record.
15.
You did not roll high enough, sir.
Is it to resist the spell?
Yes.
I mean, if I cast it on myself, I wouldn't be able to resist it anyway.
I mean, this is a little different.
Oh, okay.
Your body begins to twist and contort as you slink down to the ground, becoming a segmented horror of writhing and twisting animal, yet not quite creature. Your mouth begins to pulse, venomously so.
Oh my.
When your eyes peer down, you see that you have mandibles. Your fingers have twisted and moved closer to your body, creating many legs. You have changed into a giant centipede.
Oh my.
Gross.
All right, Kafka.
Sweet.
Just what I always wanted.
Yeah.
Can I get a perception, please, from Sunn, Deia, Jerrod, and Klaus?
Can you hear the fucking clicking of his mandibles
Ugh,
down the fucking hall?
I don't like that.
18.
26.
Deia, Sunn, you'll hear the whiplash of arcane power. It reverberates through the room. Jerrod, you would probably also hear it just a slight degree. Klaus, you'll hear this for sure. When you move into the next room, you'll see that your ally has transformed into a giant centipede. This is medium in size. It's a medium size.
Which
That's
means
like-
it's fucking huge.
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
about
6 feet long.
it's
right?
about 6 feet
Yeah.
long and about 180 pounds. Yes.
Yeah,
Christ.
I'm gonna freak the fuck out and run back to the room.
Yeah, does this door close still?
Yeah. The door will close.
If we were playing Mouse Guard, I would be a dragon.
I don't want him here right now.
The question here is he able to vocalize?
No.
Thank God.
No, not that.
No.
That would haunt me
So
for the
nobody watched him turn into this insect.
Well,
All
that's
we
what you said.
felt
You guys heard it, and then
Me
Like
and
When you
me
move to
and
the room, you'll see that his belongings lie on the floor in a heap and mess. The wand lies next to the giant centipede. The centipede begins scurrying up the steps.
I'm gonna walk over. Does he look like he's about to start fucking me up?
Alright, I'm closing the door again.
I don't know. You see venom dripping from his fangs.
Yeah, but does he look like he's trying to bite my fucking face off?
What do you think Pathos would do in this situation?
Hopefully not bite my fucking face off.
He stands up and says, "Hello, Senor Sunn! Protect me!"
It seems I have become a centipede.
you actually see him like stand up tall, and then like you see like all his hands do this. He's all
He's actually got 50 games.
Like
For
the
the
longest,
record-
Goes
right.
around
like the
darkness.
longest value you've ever seen. Just like all his
50
hands, like
Pathos.
You say bound, I just saw like 50 dabs, just like.
Pathos.
yes.
Sunn steps up to you, and before you see a target. Your intelligence is dropped to 0.
Oh no.
Your charisma is 2.
Wouldn't
Oh,
I be dead with 0 intelligence?
No. No, you are functioning as a very different kind of creature.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Make an attack.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
It's going to be a d20 plus
Not like
4.
This. Not like these.
19.
Sunn,
No. Hold on. No.
how close is it?
4 plus 8 plus 2. That's 24.
Very good. You miss. You miss the attack. Sunn, he's trying to bite you. Poison is falling from his mandibles.
Yeah, I'm gonna recoil from that, and I'm gonna try to safely hop down.
Jerrod, on the other hand,
He's been looking for his chance. Oh my god.
Can
No,
I-
Still
no,
closing
no,
this door.
because
I'm closing this door.
Jerrod
Everyone else
flat
out there.
does not know what this is. Ah.
Can I grab the staff?
No,
And-
there's no staff.
I thought you said the staff was next to his belongings.
A
the
wand,
wand.
very different from a staff. One is 6 feet long, one is 1 feet long.
Can I grab the wand?
I mean, yeah, you can try.
You sound like one of those indignant students when the fucking teacher's like, "May you go to the bathroom?"
Yeah, like
May
it's like
I go to the bathroom?
May I?
Except in
Yeah.
this case, it's a fucking 6
But
foot
no, I
stick
mean, in all
and a
realism,
wand.
Can I pick up the piece of wood that somehow seems to have magic attuned to it?
I don't know, it might have an anti-dick spell attached to it.
It's like
Dick blows off as soon as you pick it up.
It's a security feature nowadays.
Yeah.
He's asking for meter sticks.
Wouldn't I get another attack if you try to run?
not if he's, not if he's just.
I don't think I'm not really
If he's
too far because
engaging, if we're talking game mechanics, then no, it wouldn't prompt. an
Because you
attack
can 5 foot
opportunity.
away and then he could do it. That's right.
where did you drop the staff over here?
Yeah,
Or yeah, okay.
roughly. Yeah.
So
And
I could get from 7 feet. I could jump that pretty easy without breaking my ankles. Correct?
Yeah, feasibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna hop on down, hardcore parkour style.
and
And by that I mean I'm literally just gonna hop down. No backflips involved, please.
and if somebody doesn't quickly tell Jerrod not to strike this thing down, yeah, he's going to step in and just full on attack this thing that just attacked his companion.
Sure, go ahead.
And God, I don't want.
I mean, it's part of the game, bro.
It's,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
Gotta do what you
I
gotta
know,
do.
I know. I hate doing it. It's like one of those things where it's like,
Can I see him-
somebody step in on this one?
Yeah, can I see him ready to fucking execute the bug?
I mean, yeah, he's not exactly being quiet about it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, and as I hop down, I'm gonna scream, "Jerrod, don't you do it! It's Pathos!"
remember, Jerrod, you're no longer raging.
Yeah, I know I'm not raging, but it's
You're a raging dick, but you're not raging.
Better be careful, don't touch that wand.
well, I'm trying to think about it because he's had a lot of stuff happen to him. He's not exactly thinking clearly. He's under
Not
the
exactly happy with
influences.
Pathos.
He just saw something attack his friend. He's seeing Pathos's stuff lying aside, poison dripping off its mandibles. I mean, it's... And then I'm trying to put time into it. I think he's going to have time to at least get off one shot.
You disappoint me. Why can't you be slower?
He's a trained fighter, for God's sakes.
You know, I don't think the centipede would think to undress Pathos before killing him. So, you know, maybe take that into consideration next time.
I would if I was a
Get
centipede.
brain dead jackass.
Yeah, I would too.
Jerrod, make your
Take all of
attack.
his clothes off before I devoured him.
All right, but yeah, it's just going to be standard, so that would be... Yeah, I'm not going for anything super stupid.
Jerrod just doesn't.
You
want to
attacking
be a
is super
guy.
stupid right here.
How? I'm trying to parse this out logically here.
His clothes are lying in a pile on the ground.
Yeah. We saw
And
him
again,
walk out with a wand.
not much wisdom
heard a
at the
snap,
moment.
He was a centipede. Then you started attacking him.
I mean, he's got a point. He's at a severe lack of wisdom right now. His wisdom is currently
There's
4.
always the
Yeah.
severe lack of wisdom.
I mean, yeah, you can't hold that against him. Considering how fast it happened, like it wouldn't make sense that he wouldn't act
Yeah,
on
we're not
instinct that
talking
he's
about
doing
something
right now.
that's happening over the course of 2 or 3 minutes.
Right.
We're talking about something that's happening over the course of 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, like he wouldn't run in, look to the right, go, "There's his clothes," and then it's like he ran into the room, he saw a giant centipede strike at Sunn, and then Sunn jumped.
Yeah, Sunn jumped and was like, "Don't do it."
So within that time, though, Jerrod would be running and attacking already. So
See,
I mean,
like,
even
the
then,
thing
it
is-
wouldn't even be just the one attack. You could. I mean, well, no, because you're running, so yeah, it would be one.
To be totally fair, Jerrod could just walk up and put his fucking foot down on this, and it would never be able to attack him. He wanted to 1v1 a dragon. This thing has... You know what? It's a challenge rating half.
It's all good. Just do your attack. Do your
Make
damage.
it, yeah, he's got it. 34. Let's see some damage. Pathos, what are you looking like?
Am I using my HP or the centipede's HP? 'Cause
Yours.
Then this is the first open wound he's got since he got healed. So as of right now, he has that one wound on him.
All right. You begin to crack the carapace. Your blade slashes mightily through the back of this creature. It rails out in pain. Sunn, what do you do?
I kind of want to get to the staff.
I was going to assume that you would have jumped down and got to it anyway.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
So
get
you're
to
running
the.
over to Klaus?
Yeah, I'm running over to Klaus and grabbing his staff. But I'm gonna try to grab the one, and I'm going to try to cast it while pointing the stick at Pathos.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
This can only go so bad.
Like the people in chat. Wand! Fucking wand! Wand!
It's a goddamn
All right,
wand!
I'm going to reach down to his belongings. I'm gonna grab the Glockenspiel and I'm gonna point it at him.
You were
He's
just
gonna pop
the
a spell
worst.
in his ass.
Is it spellcraft to use it?
And I'm the petty one. You see this shit? See what happens? Almost 120 episodes of this shit.
Yeah, right. And Will and I have been here since the beginning.
He has no such thing. He does not have a Glock.
I
Give me
pull out my
a-
Glock and I pop this bug.
Give me a use magic device.
He's pulling out his
Alright.
Glock and the Rarex.
And who's your target?
It's Pathos. 100% Pathos.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1. Okay, it's not
Bugthos.
a 1. Thank God. Yeah, Bugthos.
Wow, very good. I was
Path Pillar.
actually not expecting you succeeding on that. All right. Give me a D12.
He turns into another giant centipede.
If you grow,
I turn him into a giant. 4.
Giant steel skin.
I swear this
Invisible.
is a project,
Turn him into a giant snake.
Nice. The moment that you grab onto this wand and you aim it at the target, channeling your willpower into it as you target Pathos, the arcane erupts from the end of the wand itself, and he's struck with yet another polymorph.
God damn it.
The centipede, with this crack across its carapace, immediately turns into a rhinoceros.
It got so much worse.
No matter what's going on out there, I'm not opening up that door. I'm putting
Yeah.
something in between me and
At
the
this
door
point,
right now.
Jerrod's like, "Son, what did you do?"
I didn't do it. I didn't do it! He's gonna keep fucking
As he's-
swinging the wand. Like, I didn't! I'll change it! I can fix this!
Well, Klaus is gonna have to step in at this point because, as infatuated as he may be with his staff, insane. This is legit crazy.
Seduce it, Deia. It's horny. Oh, God, no.
Can I time him out?
No.
So, I mean, is it my turn or do I?
Yeah,
what
it's your turn. It's your turn.
All right. So
The figure before you has just attacked you with his enormous weapon.
yeah. So he's gonna back up 5 feet.
No,
And
Oh
it's
my
gonna,
God!
It's gonna lower its head a bit.
He's gonna fucking gore him.
There should
It's
be
going to pin him into the stone
we got a 10
wall.
foot,
But I
we got a
mean,
10-foot gap right here, and he's
Oh,
gonna
no.
go and he's gonna do a charge attack.
Oh!
5 foot or 10?
You're fucking kidding me.
He can perform this at least at 5 feet. He's
Oh.
got
It's at 5. Plus,
Yeah.
give me a d20 plus 12.
I mean, at least he's not a giant
I'm
bug,
not actually
right?
coming out of the room. I just can't see what's going on over
24.
Shit. Holy fucking shit.
24. Oh, that's the attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it doesn't pierce his AC, but at this point, knowing
Hold on
This
just
is
a
a
moment.
spell.
I need to read a bit about this.
It's really gonna knock the wind out of you.
Okay, so he's not going to successfully gore you. Given a creature's description, I need you to give me a CMB or a CMD. Oh yeah, CMB versus a CMD.
all right, so my CMB versus his CMD.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I would suggest not continuing to zap this thing.
21.
Let's see. His CMD is
24.
24.
Ugh.
Okay, and
I was tempted to go ahead and roll inspiration on that, but
you're
too
not going to get the gore effect, but in addition, you are going to get 2d6 plus 6. This is him charging your body. If he would have successfully delivered a powerful charge plus gore, it would be 4d6 plus 12. So it's 2d6 plus 6. Take 13 points of damage as he charges you off the 7-foot gap into the rear wall. Klaus, I need a reflex.
boom.
Yeah. I'm aware.
I hope this thing doesn't land on both of them, because rhinoceroses are a little bit heavy.
Just a tad, bitch.
You don't say.
He is technically not a
Never would've
shapeshifter now. Klaus, you're good. You managed to flit out of the way with your flight ability. And you're here now. You are down in this gap. Technically, you're this size now.
Jesus fuck.
Large-sized creature. It's going to happen.
Sweet.
So, you managed to grab this wand from him. Klaus, what do you do?
I'm gonna fucking find out exactly what this is and how I reverse it. So I guess spellcraft or use magic device, whichever.
Give
him
me
again.
a spellcraft.
Sure. It's actually the higher of the two, so. Natural 20.
Bam.
This is a wand of baleful polymorph, 15 charges.
Fucking baleful polymorph. God damn it.
Of the Christian variety.
Baleful my existence.
Baleful
In this game.
polymorph. They get a save, but it's permanent.
Permanent polymorph.
Mm.
Yep. You wonder why Lewis is still in a rabbit's body? That's the reason.
Shoot him again, make him not a rhino!
A fucking vengeful wizard decided to make me a bunny at one point. I did his fucking face.
So essentially, we've lost Pathos.
I mean,
Well, we didn't lose him. He's a rhinoceros, though.
to be pretty fucking
Well,
hard.
unless he plans to be Jerrod's mount for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
think
wait,
it's
can
gonna
I
be
can
okay.
I can I roll back that turn? I want to make it look like I was gonna charge him, but I feint him, right? So he loses his check.
And then I want to
And then he hooks the horn back behind him and gets that sneak attack damage.
If you would have done that, I would have given you your sneak attack damage.
I want a cold shot for between C4 and C5 on the spine, so that if I hit, I paralyze him.
You sunk Jerrod's battleship.
Did you want to play?
Hook him.
He's not dead, he's just
Acrobatics over the platform. I'm like, all right, plus 15. Here we go.
You gotta
Yeah,
minus
as the
4 to dex.
rhinoceros moonsaults over Jerrod, he brings his horn down on top of him. He pirouettes mid-flight. Is there a restore int spell? Make Pathos super intelligent rhino?
Awaken.
There are a couple of things that they could do.
Just not right now.
Now, Klaus,
Yeah.
you have to make a decision.
I mean, I know what my decision is going to be.
Spin
And
the
it's
wheel.
going to be-
Spin the wheel.
It's going to be to cast tongues upon this rhinoceros.
Really?
Yes, really.
Spin the wheel. It's a speaking
All
spell.
right,
We just
sure.
fucking spin it around.
You cast tongues upon the rhino. What does tongues do? For everyone at home, what does tongues do?
It allows the target to speak and understand any language for up to 10 minutes per level. And
Okay.
I'm level 10, so 100 minutes should be enough to get his feelings out.
All right.
He's still at 1 intelligence, man.
Technically, he's at 2 intelligence.
Yeah.
Also, he can understand and speak any language fluently, so
He's still
it doesn't
got
really
higher
matter what his
intelligence.
intelligence is.
No, there
Well, I
are
don't-
technically now there are 13 of the 15 charges on the wand. It's not rounds. It's as in, I mean, technically, if you're looking at it like it's a gun, then yes, it would have a round. Yes, you could use it that many times. The rhino is smarter than the centipede, yes, but not by a lot.
By 1 whole point.
I don't know if it would retain enough memory of what it was, is my point.
I mean, when I got turned into a bunny, I had enough mental faculty about me to jump in the face of the man that turned me into one and bite it until he stopped moving. So, you take that as you will.
No, that's fine.
That
okay.
means I'm fucking running.
I mean, I'm just table talking at this point.
Jesus
that
Christ.
means
but-
Sunn is out the building.
Gonna go get up for another charge again since no one's doing anything. Other
Deia.
than, each other.
Dea, you've,
I mean-
you've shut the door in that room. I need to know what it is you're doing.
I'm just gonna kind of try and be peering through the cracks at first because, you know, a centipede hopped out of nowhere and shit's scary. And then when I look through, a rhinoceros just charged Jerrod off of a platform.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As long as it's not an insect, I'm not too bad about it.
You see in the room the scrolls that were passed over to Klaus. He kind of just like laid them out on the bed. Hasn't really taken an opportunity to look at them. Are you capable of identifying at all?
What save was that? What would I roll for that?
You're gonna need a spellcraft.
It's not
Or read
good.
magic. I mean, it is just a scroll.
I'm not sure he's taken read magic.
No, I don't. I wouldn't use it.
Let me take a look at
yeah,
Baleful
I have to just-
Polymorph.
I'd have to just roll a spellcraft to see if I can read the scrolls. If that's a thing.
I seem to remember something about keeping mental stats, but could be totally wrong.
The gain. No. It gains the alignment special abilities, int, wisdom, and charisma score of its new form in place of its own.
Well, regardless, tongues.
It still retains
That'll be
class
right back.
and level, so technically it's a 10th level rogue rhino.
Alrighty,
I
so
didn't know
keeping
what
that in
happened
mind,
right
I'm gonna take my turn, and as
there.
he
Stealth.
gets ready to
wait,
charge.
wait. Did attack and move.
Yeah, but no one's been doing anything.
Can you please
cast
tell me
tongues
it's gonna
on you.
stealth?
Oh, then what do you?
That was-
I
can
want to
understand.
see.
Yeah.
Our
I want to
language.
see a rhino stealth in like a solid marble room with full of 4 people and then just disappear.
I'm just imagining this rhino dressed up as a ninja with this giant horn and somehow just tiptoeing through.
No. It gains the alignment, special abilities, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma of its new form in place of its own. So all of its mental faculties switches to that of the creature that it becomes.
Yeah.
So it can't think to do a stealth attack.
And
but
it can't think
it's capable
to
of doing
speak.
it.
It can
Oh.
speak,
Like
though.
that.
It's outlined in the spell.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it can speak.
Verbally
to
communicate its own
verbally.
feelings and thoughts. It doesn't have anything to do with its intelligence score.
So, how many scrolls were there? And did you want a spellcraft for each one trying to read
Yes. There's 3.
them? Okay. 10, 1, or 14,
Negative on-
5, and 11.
Negative on all of them.
Yeah, I figured. as
It just
much.
looks like gibberish to you.
Yep.
What'd you want to ask me, Klaus?
I just wanted you to be able to understand what's going on and maybe not charge at us, but we'll see how it goes from here on out. I'll say, Pathos, please don't hurt me. Feel free to hurt the other two, but I had nothing to do with this.
Hurt them!
Please don't hurt me.
He's gonna give the good old Ramus. Okay.
Well, while he's doing that, I suppose Jerrod,
That's a bluff
seeing
check
as
because I keep all my. No, I'm just kidding.
Because it's
Jesus Christ.
he just moonsaults and like.
Well,
But no,
if that's
seeing
the case,
as this
I actually
is
keep all my physical ability scores then, don't I?
Your ability scores?
My
Your
physical
Your
ones.
physical,
Physical
yeah, your
ones,
physical stats, yes.
Dude, 22 dex. Let's do this. And I got weapon finesse.
You lose
Nope.
supernatural, spell-like abilities. You lose the entire ability to cast spells at all.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that.
You retain your base attack bonus, your saves, and your hit points. It will retain any other class features that aren't extraordinary, supernatural, or spell-like.
Oh, that's like everything. Never mind. We're good. Except my sneak attack.
This is not 3.5. This is Pathfinder. Which is basically 3.5.
But yeah.
so. With that having been said, while all this is going on, Jerrod, realizing this is now one of his party members, will drop his sword and attempt to grapple the rhino down.
Oh my god. All
It's
right.
the only thing that Jerrod can think of at this moment.
Okay. Succeed in the grapple. Do you have improved grapple?
No.
Okay. He gets an attack of op on you.
Yeah, let's do this, boy.
Yeah. God damn.
You're not going to get your charge like you did before.
11.
It's not going to hit.
Yeah. Nothing.
Holy shit!
34!
Okay, you've landed the grapple. You succeed again, you maintain a pin. I don't know how you managed to do that, but you literally just like... You suplexed a rhino, and you're holding it down right now. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? Oh my god, this is... I'm about to quit.
Thematically, it comes charging in. He sidesteps, grabs the horn with one hand, wraps the other around its head, and starts just tipping back to try and hurl it into the corner.
Suddenly, Jerrod is actually Zangief, and he hits him with the red cyclone.
So since you grappled me, I lose my dex, so my CMD is now 20. So, yeah, it should be easier to hold me down then. That's
Yeah.
the case.
Okay, all right. So, Deia, Klaus, Sunn, anything you'd like to do?
Fucking avoid the rhino.
I'm gonna grab one of the scrolls and go and try and use it on him. Just one.
Oh God!
Oh,
give me
Jesus
a
Christ.
D3.
Well,
Like the Mighty Ducks D3?
I
Yeah,
don't
before
think that
he
can be
does-
done.
Before he does that, I'm fucking stepping way the fuck back.
Okay.
You
Hey,
would have no idea that he's trying that.
Caboose, thank you for the
Well,
bits.
I don't think it can be done.
Barbarossa, thank you so much. What, for him to use a scroll, you just got to succeed in a spellcraft or use magic device.
You got to be able to read the spell.
I mean, he can.
It's the verbal component.
He can imitate. It's like reading Spanish. You can
I can-
read
Hey,
Spanish. It just
yes.
remember,
the
not
letters-
everything.
The
everything,
letters are
yeah.
still there. It just doesn't necessarily make sense.
On top of that, it may not have its immediate effect. It may not like.
MOES Astudious.
Maybe it's like a wand of magic missile,
Okay.
or a scroll of magic missile. Even this is a little different. So Deia can still try.
You want me to use my use magic device for
Yeah,
this?
give me a UMD. How did it?
12.
Okay.
I've rolled 10 or below on my past 7 rolls.
Jesus.
Feels.
I know that life.
He's due for a crit any minute
Okay.
now, guys.
When you begin to chant, you're recanting the scroll itself. You're immediately casting this in the room. Klaus, Sunn, you're going to see him. He stepped out of the room with this aged scroll, and as he begins to read it, the arcane magic begins to whiplash over the scroll itself, and it burns the page in your hand. It fizzles the spell. You failed. Klaus, he just burned up one of your scrolls that you left on the bed.
Yeah, we do all of us see this or just Klaus?
Klaus, I said Klaus and Sunn.
Okay.
That's fine.
Sorry.
And Klaus is just like, you son of a bitch!
No, he doesn't care. I'm
You
gonna
touched
run
my
back,
spaghetti!
and I don't know what's gonna happen during this time, but I'm gonna grab the other 2 scrolls and I'm just gonna bring them to Klaus and just be like, fix that.
Yeah, seeing him run to go fetch more potentially hazardous magic, I'm gonna fucking back up. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
Be
I
over
like
here.
that the hazardous
hold on.
magic is your concern and not the fucking
Hold on.
rhino.
Look,
You
we
are
have a
literally-
staff to
no.
make it not a rhino.
You are hanging that staff. Doesn't have anti-polymorph. Deia has proven that she knows divine magic well, but when it comes to arcane, she just fizzled a spell. If she
Yeah, I don't
succeeds
know shit about
on like
it.
a maximized fireball, you're boned. And Sunn, you're wise enough to know that.
No, that's why I'm not fucking with.
So here's the thing: you either you either stay in the pit with the man that's just suplexed a rhinoceros, or you go up with the beautiful woman that's fucking with magic
Don't mind
way
me.
beyond her par.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna stand over here.
Okay, all right.
Stand nice and.
He just bailed. Klaus, what do you do?
I mean, I'm gonna take a look at these 2 scrolls that she's handing me and see what they do.
All right.
So, read magic, yeah.
Sure. When you cast Read Magic, one of them is known as the Spell of Prying Eyes, and the other is Greater Dispel Magic.
Oh my god, thank Christ.
Can I ask what I used? If you don't.
Yeah, I'm also
Greater
curious about that
Restore.
if you feel comfortable.
Sure, I can tell you. Hey, Tweak, thank you so much for the 5 bones, brother. I appreciate
I'm
that.
going to need a recap.
It was. Oh God, I hope not fireball.
I appreciate that, but no, it was actually a scroll of Greater Sequester.
Sequester.
Turn him into a horse.
Yeah, that's what I thought of.
When cast, this spell prevents divination spells from being detected or located, or locating the target, and also renders the affected target invisible, as if they have been touched by greater invisibility. The spell does not prevent the subject from being discovered through tactile means or through the use of devices.
Of
So
all
I
man
would've-
for you to burn.
I am
would have
glad
become
that you
the
did not
stealth
succeed
rhino
on that
he-
one.
I wanted her to be.
All right, well, I'm gonna take this spell, Greater Dispel Magic, in my hands, and
Can't cast it efficiently.
I'm gonna think real hard
Okay.
and long about
All
it
right,
first. 'cause
so
this
l-
could
let me
this
tell you
could
here. In order
cure
for
my
you,
whole body.
in order for you, you're right. Think long and hard about it. In order for you to succeed on this scroll, you need to meet a DC 24.
That's high,
And isn't
but
as
my
a
magic device is 18 currently.
as a sorcerer, can't you study it like over the night and add it to your spellbook? Isn't that a thing?
I don't want to leave him as
That's
an
a
angry
wizard.
rhino.
No,
overnight.
I'm just saying.
But
That's
also,
a-
I
that's a
don't
wizard.
have
That's a
wizard.
wizard.
That's
Not a
not how that
sorcerer.
works.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I don't know how sorcerers work. I
It's
thought
all
that was-
it's
All my
bloodline
spells are
abilities.
all natural.
Yep,
okay.
I don't learn any other spells.
So
aside
it's
from
the
leveling up.
wizard then that does that.
correct.
Gotcha.
They can
Okay.
add spells to the repertoire.
Never mind then.
So yeah, I'm gonna really think hard about this because I mean,
I
I
have
never,
your teenage boy body back.
Pathos was a fine companion, but like I didn't have that much attachment to him, and like I'm pretty sure he was a dead body anyway, just pretending to be.
Jesus Christ!
And like I really want to be back in my old body, but this new body is really nice, so maybe I just hang on to it for a while.
Pathos, You can attempt to break the grapple of Jerrod. Jerrod, what is your CMD? Klaus is currently weighing his options. Sunn's hiding like a bitch, and Deia's like, that's a guy.
For the most
29.
part, I'm like, well, I can't do magic, so here's the magic. I'm going back to my bedroom.
Pathos, does that beat and break your grapple? Or
No,
does
no,
it
no.
beat your grapple, Jerrod?
No, my CMD is 29. He has to beat that.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Okay, all right. So then, Jerrod.
Aww.
He's more the rhino.
Jesus Christ, Jerrod, give me another CMB versus his CMD. So you got to break 20. If you succeed again, you maintain your pin.
Will hears why?
There is no god.
24.
Very
so
good.
yeah, Jerrod is sitting down there, just holding this thing down. Hurry up, guys!
As you look
Holding
down,
onto an
yeah,
ear and a horn.
it's the weirdest thing because Jared's like, remember, Jared's intensely strong and masculine, and he somehow managed to find a way to pin a rhinoceros. So the only thing that I can expect is you guys look down, and he's just got his thumb in like the belly button of the rhinoceros, holding it down like, come on, everybody, this is a secret technique!
I can't hold this for long!
On his neck. I mean, like,
Why?
This hurts so bad!
that is a donation sound. Why?
Jesus Christ. He's got the fucking rhinoceros and a Canadian crippler over here. Full Nelson.
So hearing Jerrod cry out for help.
Why does Austin laugh like fucking Betty Rubble? Jesus Christ.
I thought you were going to say Betty Ross. I'm not going to.
Oh.
Oh Jesus! Oh, fucking face
No.
hurts.
Yeah,
No,
dude, mine too. Oh.
Hearing Jerrod's pleas for help kind of falls on deaf ears at this point because I mean these two were arguing earlier and I barely got in between them to
Right.
stop them from killing each other.
Right.
Hearing Jared's screams, I keep looking at the scroll and I look for footnotes now. I try to read.
Klaus is gonna think a little harder about it and a little longer, and then he's going to go ahead and cast this.
Remember,
Alright, to be clear, he's going to cast it on Pathos.
okay, alright, so you have to break 24 or the spell fizzles.
I'm aware. Do you want use magic device or spellcraft?
UMD.
I'm just going to put it out there.
Jared,
I'm going to add...
you will not be able to use your D6.
Oh!
Oh my fucking god, that was so close!
Steve Holt!
Steve Holt! Yes!
Wow. Alright, you succeed. You succeed. When the spell seems to burn up in your hand, the arcane magic and the bits of the scroll seem to circle around the rhinoceros, very much so in the style of Jumanji. You remember when it was kind of circling around the rhinoceroses and the giraffes and stuff like that, and it begins to kind of pull them back? Well, it begins to remove this this veil over your ally, and when you look back down, Jerrod is just, like, putting his thumb in Pathos' belly button, pinning him to the ground. And Pathos is just like, God!
Not to mention Pathos is
I'm
fully
just sitting
naked.
here. Wait. So now Jerrod, in full plate armor, is
Is
grappling
grappling
a
a
very
naked
naked
Pathos.
drow.
Yeah.
Man.
Pathos like looks up at Jerrod. I admire the work you do. Really, this is a little close for trying to reconcile the argument we had.
What
Not the
happens
most
in the
compromising
dungeon?
position.
Pathos, what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. And he's just going to kind of like let his ear and his nose go and just be like, we won't talk of this again.
I wouldn't know the context of when to even bring this up. But yes, I guess I would have.
Please get your clothes on.
Will do.
I'm already having issues of knowing way too much.
Oh
man, the rumors were true.
Well, since he doesn't actually have his clothes on, you guys would notice that on his upper left shoulder, you would see that there's a Black Widow tattoo on his back.
You can't tell.
Hunter x Hunter.
You can't tell because
I'm more worried about the juicy tramp stamp.
No tramp stamp.
tramp stamp is just a heart says "I love you, Mom."
It's it looks more, I think, it would be more branded in than anything. It's not like complete inked in. It looks like if it was like burned in and then colored in after that. But yeah, that's what you see. And
So
yeah,
you
he
pull him
spends his
again.
time putting his clothes back on, getting his armor adorned.
What's the elf from Dragon Age? The one that was like an assassin?
Well,
oh my
I
God.
know who you're talking about. Started with a K, right?
I can't remember. He always wanted the Dalish.
Somebody knows
He
it.
always wanted the Dalish gloves and like everything to be reminded of his family. Zevran. No, is it Zevran? It is Zevran. Right? He was the assassin, the elven.
Let me look. Is he the one from Origins, right?
Yeah.
Zevran Arani.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Or Zevran Avranai.
I don't know why I was thinking K.
Take it easy, Ranson. Have a good one, man. I'm just picturing like Pathos in this situation. He's just slowly pulling up his gear, like in those poses to really kind of accentuate what curves he actually has. Jerrod, it's impressive.
Oh,
He's impressive.
So, who has the
Okay.
wand at this point?
You do.
Okay,
You
you gave
do?
me the wand. Cool.
well, that experiment went just as planned. Good work, everyone. Good work.
I'm keeping this.
I
All of
asked you the
you
first time, and
Keep
you
your
said
hands
no.
off of it. I was a little bit occupied. Maybe next time you'll consult me before casting wands. from
I'll
these
hold on
random
to it.
chests.
I
You
did.
will not.
I said in full clarity. Did you want this? And you said you ogled that staff with your eyes intently. Which I don't blame you. Alakast is quite the prize, but there was consultation.
Just
Shh, it's okay. It's okay, young.
Can we all just agree that we're going to pay more attention?
Yes, and if
Carry on.
it's possible. And then he kind of points to one of Sunn's potions.
He will walk over to you and hand you a cure light.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna cut it. But 11.
Look, I'm running short on supply here. I have like fucking shit all for my potions.
So the wound like partially closes, but it's still like a little open. But he's got the potion, so with that they will. Yeah, Pathos will make his way back up to the top of the steps and start checking the door again.
Okay.
So, yeah, at this point, we're going to go ahead and move up north the way Jerrod was originally going to go.
Sure. The door is, for all intents and purposes, not trapped,
Okay.
but it seems
then-
to lead upward. Walk
And
yourselves
in fact,
that
if
way.
I remember, Jerrod opened it already.
Yes.
As I'm walking behind everyone, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, let's just pretend like nothing just happened. Everyone's fine.
As he gets right here, he will stop.
This is fine."
I'm guessing that way is closed off, right? Like it's caved in.
It's caved in, correct.
All right. I will check this door then.
Can the Paladin cure cuts and wounds? So the way that I treat my games, it's not for everyone, obviously, but the heal check is a widely underused skill. So essentially, if you're trying to mend a cut or a wound, you use the heal check to wrap it, to suture, staple, any of those kinds of things that you can to kind of pack it down. So there have been many times that they've had to perform impromptu surgeries to remove material. Hell, last session, actually. They had to
There's
remove...
an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Basically, yeah, they had to remove glass shards from Jerrod or he would have bled out. There've been a number of times that Horam actually,
I deal with a lot of genitals, and it wasn't great.
yeah, he had to suture an ass back together.
And a ball sack.
Also mine.
Yeah, and a ball sack. Whose balls was that again? Was this-
Pandas.
No.
they were Dan's.
Yeah, they were Dan's. That's right.
They were Dan's,
Yep.
and I had to push
Were
the
they?
nut back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were
No, I
Sniper-
think
one of
that
Sniper's
he's right. I think
characters.
it was Dan.
It was Sniper's ass cheek when he tried to crawl through a broken
Yeah, I
window.
thought it was Sasha and his balls because he cut
no.
like all the way underneath him.
No, just want to. Yeah.
Balls was a different time.
I'll check this door for traps using detect magic. Do I see any magical traps on here?
Negative.
By the way,
lot of
son,
genital
Alright,
mutilation in
Dan's
games.
not doing it.
Then I will open the door slowly. So
Sure.
I don't fucking startle people.
Reveals an additional door.
Seductively.
Looking around the floors and stuff, or is there any like lifted floor plates? Any?
Not that you're aware of. Nothing that you can see. Remember,
Alright.
Demon Stronghold. Not exactly
Yeah.
expecting guests.
People? Yeah. For this door right here, I want to put my ear to it. Do I hear anything?
A thrumming.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Deia and Deia and Sunn will let Jerrod move up.
Yeah, but you're just stopping and not progressing anyway, so
I'll-
ahead of you.
Push lightly on the door to see if it'll open.
It slides slightly ajar.
All right. Can I take a peek inside?
Sure. Let's see
Do you want me
that-
to roll stealth?
I mean, are you stealthing? You haven't said you have been.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stealth. That's what I'm saying. Like to do it quietly. Trying to do it without being detected.
Gotcha. You can try.
31.
That's pretty good. You turn the handle and you begin sliding the door across in a manner that does not really kind of evoke any noise. There's no kind of additional reverberations, nothing that would lead you to believe that you've been spotted.
All right. Then I will slowly make my way in.
Okay. Here we go. This room. The ceiling in this room forms a four-sided dome. The apex of the dome is 30 feet off of the ground. An odd, 10-foot-wide pentagonal mirror hangs on the west wall from where it casts a dark reflection of the room. This reflection is distorted in an unsettling way and dotted with shimmering, star-like pinpoints of white light. A single chair of white stone with triple armrests sits in the middle of the room, facing the mirror. A colorful hexagonal diagram is engraved on the floor surrounding the mirror.
Anyone who plays blue magic is a bitch. And then Pathos walks in. Taking a look at the spheres on the ground, are they glowing in any sense, or is it just like colored stone for the most part?
It's colored stone for the most part, yes.
Alrighty. Pathos will turn around to the group. We seem to have another throne over here, and I can't tell, but we seem to have an unusual mirror of sorts.
Does this
come in.
look
And,
at all like the chromatic discs that I found?
I don't know, but let's go.
Jared's going to turn around to Deia, move back. I'm stepping out in the hall while he gets in there and investigates.
I just
Like,
want
he's not going to let this...
I don't have to. Okay.
Walking towards the front, I will start to inspect the mirror.
Okay, how would you do so?
First, kind of like running my hand over the side slowly, just to make sure that there's any like secret latches or something, and then after that, kind of pushing on the mirror itself to see if there's any like unusual like give on the mirror itself.
You see no give. There is no latches, nothing to that degree.
Alrighty.
I want to take out the chromatic discs and try and compare them to the throne and the floor to see if they're at all resembling one another. If this could be the puzzle that the chromatic or discs are the piece to.
Nothing seems to give you any additional information, Nothing leads you to believe that they're even tied to each other.
Okay, I'll put them away then.
Okay.
I'll inspect the throne now. Anything unusual about the throne in particular? Any buttons on it? Any unusual designs other than the 3 arms?
Negative.
After they've had a minute to start looking around, Jerrod will step in. And could I use knowledge dungeoneering to look around and see if there's anything that mechanically leaps out at me?
You can try.
Yeah, with your check you find out that there's a chair in a dungeon. That's not usually supposed to be there.
And it's got 3 arms, and that's not usual either.
Yeah.
Well, generally, when it comes to things that are supposed to be used, there's either kind of a clear indication of how it's used, or directions, or signs of constant use.
Well, you know what? You were fucking locked in a salad dimension, so you're not an expert. How about that?
A salad dimension.
Did he at least
So,
have
like,
dressing?
-7 to
Caesar.
intelligence and a negative.
Caesar everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
I was tricked. Fruit salad's not even a salad.
25.
Jerrod, you begin investigating the room to the best of your ability, and sometimes you just don't find anything in the dungeon. There's not secret panels. You're not expecting to see any buttons. Sometimes a room is just a room. You have to admit, though, that a throne facing a mirror is a bit odd.
I'm gonna sit down and look into the mirror.
I hope you die. I mean,
So do I.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
gonna lie.
You know, at this point, he's just gonna kind of sit back and thunk it over.
Sunn,
And
what
then
are you
I
doing?
I'm gonna struggle to figure out which set of arms to put my arms into.
I'm still debating on whether or not I actually want to be in the room.
Nothing's blown up yet.
Yeah, see, it's the yet. Very cautiously gonna just walk in the room and plant my ass firmly in the corner
All right.
and just kind of watch and observe. And if I see a spark, I'm gonna dip.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, Jared's basically just going to go ahead and keep looking at the gems in the floor, noting that they're different colors, and it looks like there's an arrow pointing clockwise around.
This is what you guys should be seeing.
Oh my!
Yep, that's what we're looking at.
There isn't an arrow, but yes.
Given. Oh, okay. Looking at the designs on the floor, does it look like the throne itself has moved?
It doesn't look as if the throne itself moves. It does seem to be solidly in place.
I'll try leaning on the base of it to see if I can turn it in the clockwise motion that it's showing.
Sure. As you begin to try to twist the base of the chair itself, it does not give. The throne is very heavy.
Master Scalarang, if you would. Let's try to see if we can turn this.
I'm not gonna get out of the chair where they're trying to turn it either.
It's fine.
I'm just gonna keep sitting in it.
Deia, as the boys move over to the chair in an attempt to twist or relocate it, you fiddle with the armrests, attempting to kind of find the best location for you and your stature. And as you're looking headlong into the mirror, you begin to realize that the shapes in the mirror are changing. Do you look around the room?
Yeah, I would.
When you look around the room, you see that the shapes in the mirror aren't changing. And then it dawns on you that your allies aren't in the mirror at all.
It's not just Pathos. We're all undead!
We're all vampires. Surprise.
Surprise campaign. Now we indoctrinated him.
What do you do, Annie? What does Deia do?
Use
I'd,
the one on the mirror.
I'd say, Pathos, stop for a second.
I'll stop moving.
I want to get up and touch the mirror.
When you rise to a standing position and shift over to the mirror, you realize that the mirror isn't entirely what you had thought it would have been. It's just not some flat, motionless mirror reflecting to you. What you instead see is this. 5 pentagonal windows floating under the dark surface. 4 of them showing nothing but a dull white light. The 5th seems to show an indistinct image of Alec Turcival sitting next to a large metal door and a stone wall, his expression filled with despair. Deia, lurking in the shadows of that same room as Alec Turcival, is a man made entirely of shattered glass.
Oh no.
He seems to be drawing a blade made of mirrors.
Oh no, 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 no.
Can I try and touch this piece?
When
See
you
if
touch the
there's any
surface
effect.
of the mirror itself, it's not actually a mirror. It is instead a vertical, cold, reflective liquid. You realize that it's a portal.
I'm gonna look back at my allies. I'm just gonna smile and I'm gonna step through.
Oh no. Oh no.
No hesitation.
And this is where I'm going to call tonight's session.
God damn it, Eddie.
Son of a bitch.
Ah!
Ah.
And that is tonight's session. Dun dun dun.
Why you be like this?
Oh, we lost the power, remember, guys. Let's leave.
Yeah, alright guys, we're out later.
Okay, now come back with Alec Turcival in some other dimension, don't worry.
We'll
Oh,
Now
wait,
it's
wait,
your
wait,
turn to
wait.
go to the salad dimension.
I'm going to the salad mirrors dimension, which means just more salad. It's kind of shitty.
Hey, Caboose, thank you so much for the bits, brother. I appreciate it. So, what we're going to do, the same way that we handle this every time, we are going to go about passing out inspiration. So, boys. Hey, thank you so much, Boss Cookies. I appreciate that, bud. And Mick Schwick, thank you also for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome into the fam, guys. Who tonight had the most clutch roll?
Will.
The 25
Greater
out of the
Dispel.
24.
Yeah.
On the Greater Dispel?
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
That was, in fact, a pretty clutch roll, if I could say so myself.
It's not about being fast anymore. It's about being furious.
Get the fuck out of here. Alright, so that's pretty unanimous. Klaus, you're going to take home that. You get the first inspiration of the night, sir. If I can find where the fuck it goes. Boom, bam. Alright, so. Who had the best roleplay of the night?
Jerrod. I'd give it to Jerrod.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Toss up between Jerrod and Pathos. Pathos for being super cold to literally everyone. Which was pretty fantastic. So Pathos.
He did play a rhinoceros well.
Yeah.
Deia, your thoughts?
I think I'm gonna have to give that one to Pathos, yeah.
Okay,
Playing the quirk really well.
it's 3-3. Or 3-2. Pathos, you're going to take that home. And players! Excuse me, viewers, you at home, if you're watching, who was the MVP of the night? In your personal opinion, who was the MVP, the most valuable player of the evening? Was it Pathos, with his wit, his ability to play a rhinoceros and a centipede at the same time? Was it Klaus, with a clutch roll, and his ability to resist 4 Spellweaver lightning blasts? Perhaps it was Jerrod, who's finally fed the fuck up, and he's handing the asses to everyone. Maybe it was Deia, who tried to cast a spell, but flubbed horribly. But Deia's been pretty good about taking care of herself. Or perhaps it was Sunn, who played the bitch all game.
Yeah, I did stuff.
He hid in a corner and healed.
I turned Pathos away from a giant poison-spitting bug into a giant rhino.
Which
So,
we appreciate,
Pathos, Klaus, Sunn, Klaus, Jerrod, Klaus, Jerrod, Pathos, Jerrod, Pathos, Deia, Jerrod, Klaus, Pathos. Oh my God, it's Jerrod.
Yeah, that one dude who voted
Jerrod.
for me.
Looking like a lot of Jerrod, man.
It's looking like a lot of Jerrod to me as well. Jerrod with the kills
I
and
think,
tanking everything head
going
on.
ahead and body slamming the rhino is what's really impressing people.
Bub for putting up with these guys.
You ain't wrong, though.
Jerrod for the suplex, yeah. The red cyclone getting in there. All right, yeah, I think that's pretty good. So that's gonna be it for the night, guys. If you have any questions or concerns, things that you'd like to bring up, now is the opportunity to do so. You can ask our players absolutely anything that you'd like to, so long as it makes sense, of course. It looks like we ended tonight on 206 subs. We did not get any luck rerolls tonight. No luck rerolls, but that's okay. That is a-okay. Not every night we're going to get luck rerolls. Pathos for his scientific curiosity. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. That clutch spell, Klaus, yeah, it was clutch. It was pretty important. How many times are you going to end up with a seductive quirk in a row? Ooh, I'm wondering if people intend to make it permanent.
No.
They're either going to make it permanent or spin. Yeah.
Make it permanent
Considering
so
how often they've bought it, they could have made it permanent by now.
It's true, Rengorf. Your bit boss is going to live to see another day. I think technically we have six minutes left. Do they have rerolls from last week? Negative, Wizard. We do not reroll the. We do not reuse unused rerolls. That was way too hard to say. Wow.
Yeah, they don't carry over from week to week.
Ask Ronald to get my cup of coffee off the table, please. I wanted to make a huge rhino. I was told he couldn't have another permanent one since he already had one. Deia, do you have a perm quirk?
Yeah.
What's your perm quirk?
The hating men.
Oh, yeah. Well, then that's legit. The perm quirk is already on him. Can't have another one.
That one perm quirk was the rule.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling they're going to continue to put the sexualization on him every single game.
However,
I'm still waiting for somebody to go ahead and use fire to a point where Jerrod is scared of it. In case everybody thought I forgot about that one. No, I'm still waiting.
Fireballs now. So
I still have a
eventually
roaming
throw one.
mole, and I'm hairless, and they won't go away until someone notices. But nobody looks that close to this. Get away from everyone.
Oh, fuck. That's
We're
so
now
good.
looking at your eyebrows.
Someone's gonna point it out eventually. It's gonna be an NPC too, because I was tired of trying to keep track of it. Like, oh yeah, I've had that for a while.
It's
I
been a
don't talk
while.
about it.
Is this online, or did you build the platform yourselves? I wish I would have been so clever, but that is not the case. This is Roll20, my friend. Roll20 has been around for a long while. Luckily, it's a free service. You guys can actually check it out at roll20.net. You can host all of your own games there. You can jump into games. Yeah, there's a lot you can do, to be honest. A lot of stuff you can do. Check it out. It's roll20.net. It's a free, easy-to-use suite of assets and tools available for you to expand your pen and paper gameplay. Yeah. Easy stuff. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Anything else?
I want a seductive roleplay in a place where I'm not filled with men,
Yeah.
because it would be a lot more useful there, where where I have an actual woman, or someone that's less manly than the men I'm stuck with.
Yeah.
Aside from,
I don't know if you'd call the men that you're stuck with manly.
I mean, Klaus is a child, so it's a little different. It's not a man, it's a boy. And then we got, Bronco over here who's got a curled mustache, but he fights like a pincushion. And then we got the most honorable
There is
man.
no question. Jerrod
He's
does
also evil.
apparently like getting penetrated.
Sunn, we play every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night. It launches at 8 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. CST, 5 p.m. PST. And we run for about 4 hours. I also play Blades in the Dark on Tuesday nights. That runs from 9 p.m. to midnight EST. Thursday, tomorrow is a brand new day, and we're launching Carrion Crown Episode 1. That's going to be a huge game. That's got DJ Tech Live, Elohim. It has Tasha, that's Tashnar. We've got Daniel the Demon, and Lily Vanilli. It's going to be a big game. I've got to make a command for that still. But yeah, that's going to be an awesome game. And then Friday night, we have Dragon's Demand, which we're going to be wrapping that up soon. It's going to be really, really, really good stuff. Dragon's Demand has JD Scientize, formerly known as Scientific Gaming. It also has Grizzly Ben Briggs himself, and Blacklight Attack. Yeah. Super, super fun stuff. So right now, we're playing 4 times a week in Blades, Pathfinder. But very soon, you're going to be seeing the Pokemon Tabletop on Mondays, Blades on Tuesdays, Pathfinder Wednesday, Pathfinder Thursday, Pathfinder Friday. So if a player dies, are they off stream? Sorry, noob question. No, it's not new at all. It's not even a noob question. Technically, no. They make a different character, and they rejoin the cause. But they have to have a reason. They technically will also lose a level. They lose a level, yeah, so if they're currently level 9, if they die, they come back as a level 8 character. It is a bit of a punishment, because we were going through characters like underwear. And it was no fun. Olivia says, well, and then quickly takes a drink. Yep, it's all here. It's all here, son. It's all here. Still, favorite character death is picking a brand new character in the same session and throwing him into the Underdark.
And to go ahead and answer a question I saw a couple minutes ago from Dandersey.
Pathos would have known anything about, hey, this guy fell from the overworld and just kind of splatted in our dimension.
One day I was watering my garden, and a body had fell from the sky.
Yeah, gardens, the Underdark. Yeah.
Well, there must be a leak.
To answer Dan's question, best place to go ahead and start into D&D from just like step 1, go ahead and find a community near you. Check your comic shops. Feel free to go ahead and join the Discord. Talk with other people in the Bubbernaut Discord. I do believe Bub's already starting a game through Discord where people can actually go ahead and play together.
Yeah,
look
also
into Roll20. Find out what interests you. See if you can join a group.
There is a new website that I've found recently just popped up called LFGM. It's lookingforagm.com. And if you are looking for a GM or you're a GM looking for players, you can run a game and declare whether or not you're providing a free game or you're trying to run a paid game. Again, that's not for everyone, but it is available. That's lookingforgm.com. Yeah, I'm probably going to try to put my services up there. Anything that I can do to increase my financial intake is pretty huge right now. All right. It's true. Faye is right. Looking for group on Reddit? Yeah. Crundus. Meetup.com has community groups looking for D&D and such. Is that so? I'm not familiar with Meetup.com. I think I'll pass this time. Okay.
Yeah, something tells me this is like that one time I went to Grindr.
And there were definitely not any hoagies and grinders.
No, nobody likes sandwiches on that site.
They do, but it's a different kind of sandwich.
No, they were more into sausages.
Ugh. You have several groups that you've joined from there, is that so? Here, let's check out meetup.com. What do you love? Do more of it with Meetup.
All right.
Indianapolis Splunk user group. Oh, it's legit. That's a thing. It's legit a thing. Meetup.com. Yeah. I was expecting something super trolly, like plentyoffish.com. OkCupid.com. Oh, something like that. Not that kind of website. Thank God. All right. Well, that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and find us someone to host over to. I think I'm going to run over to Jerrod. He's currently playing Dream Daddy. A dad dating game. Yeah. I know Jim from WebDM recommends Meetup. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice. And then that's going to be it for me. Tomorrow, we're going to be launching some fun stuff, guys. I hope your butts are ready. If we could, please, if you guys want to, if you want to hit the raid, you can. Looks like it's going to be Nicole and Jerrod playing Dream Daddy or Fortnite. I'm not entirely sure right now, but now is your chance. So hop on over. You can get the raid, or you can just go on over and say hi to Jerrod himself. But that's going to be it for us. Thank you guys for absolutely everything. I love you, face. I'm very happy to entertain you 5 days out of the week. Thanks for absolutely everything. And as always, take care of yourselves. Sound good? All right. That's going to be it for me. Take it easy, guys. Peace. I'm out of here. Say goodbye, nerds.
Bye,
Bye,
nerds.
nerds.
Boy.
Thanks, Austin. You're useful.
Aren't I though?
Always.
I mean,